Good evening, everyone. My name is Guillermo Rosa. I'm the Deputy County Executive. I want to thank all of you for being here today. And if I can please ask you to turn your phones off or put them on vibrate for the duration as we're about to begin.
Come explore Rockland County from the mountains to the city. Just a 30-minute ride from New York City, Rockland offers a variety of options for fun outdoor activities. History buffs will enjoy the Stony Point battlefield, where soldiers fought during the Revolutionary War. Interested in learning to fly? Visit Rockland and learn to fly radio-controlled aircraft. See the spectacular air show and play in the flight simulator. Rockland boasts world-class golf courses for an above-par golfing experience. Play to your heart's content from bogey to birdie. Rockland boasts miles and miles of trails with spectacular views to enjoy while hiking, riding, or going on a relaxing walk. Rockland is also a bird watcher's paradise, where you can also swim in Rockland Lake or enjoy a relaxing canoe ride on the majestic Hudson River. Check out the beautiful Torn Valley Vineyards, with the distinction of being the first fully functioning winery in Rockland, or tour a real brewery. Come mingle with our friendly people at our street fairs while browsing for keepsakes and crafts. Shop to your heart's content at the Palisades Mall, one of the largest indoor shopping malls in the country. And for an upscale open space shopping experience, visit the Shops at Nanuet. For a fun-filled family outing, take in a baseball game at the Palisades Credit Union Park and participate in kid-friendly family activities and have fun that won't break the bank. After an active day, you can choose from a variety of dining options or just grab a bite at one of our many local eateries. For more information on events, the perfect afternoon getaway, and so much more, visit explorerocklandny.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, that video just shows part of what Rockland County is all about. And that putt, it took me 23 tries to make it. Good evening, Rockland. Greetings to the chairman, Mr. Tony Earl, members of the legislature, community and business leaders, county department heads, employees, and citizens who have joined us tonight to hear about the state of our county. And I welcome those of you who are watching the live coverage on News 12 and Fios 1, or on a Facebook live feed at home or on a mobile device. I am honored to be with you this evening to present my 2018 State of the County message. It is with full confidence that I can report that Rockland County has turned the corner and is poised to transition from the era of renewal that we promised and embarked upon 4 years ago into a full renaissance of our beloved county. When I delivered my first State of the County address in these chambers 4 years ago, the situation was dire. Rockland was the most fiscally stressed county in the state of New York, and we're literally almost bankrupt. I presented a plan that night to accomplish 3 goals: stabilize the county's finances, foster economic development, and preserve Rockland for the generations to come. I then asked that you help me turn the page and write a new chapter in Rockland County's history, a chapter that will reflect how our people, working together, provided the dynamic solutions that led to the best of times in our county's proud history. Together, against nearly insurmountable odds, we the people did this. You did this. I want to congratulate you and offer my heartfelt thanks for everything you have helped accomplish, and I want to give yourselves a round of applause. Together, we have made the hard choices that brought Rockland back from the brink. Together, we have paid down a $138 million deficit much faster than anyone ever thought possible, all the while holding the line on taxes. What we have accomplished in 4 years is nothing short of miraculous, and all should know that. We have seen our bond rating increase from near junk status to the A category rating. Just last week, Standard & Poor's upgraded our bond rating, the 6th consecutive upgrade since coming into office. We have controlled spending, created a smaller, more efficient government while still providing great services. That fiscal discipline has set the stage for our renaissance. a renaissance that is well underway, a renaissance that will be furthered by the actions we take in 2018 and going forward, actions that we can take together. Yet as we continue to strengthen the fiscal condition of Rockland, we must also strengthen the bonds between us and embrace the diversity of our beloved county. Helping lead the way in this endeavor will be Human Rights Commissioner Constance Frazier. She heads a reinvigorated Human Rights Commission and is supported by many faith-based and community groups, along with concerned citizens. This year, we will take additional steps to ensure a clear understanding that much, much more joins us than divides us. We have so much in common: the air we breathe, the common dreams for our families, the environment around us, and the blood that courses through our veins. We must continue to find ways to narrow the divide, whether it be real or perceived. For the first time in at least 10 years, both branches of Rockland County government worked together to pass the 2018 budget unanimously, and I thank the legislature for that and their effort. Even the state controller agreed this was a great budget. I want to thank every single commissioner and director for their help in creating this year's $684 million spending plan, which is less than what it was when I first took office in 2014. I also want to acknowledge and thank our employees for their part in helping us stay under budget. Without them, it could not happen. I ask tonight for your commitment to continue the spirit of collaboration as we move forward. There is so much more that we have accomplished and so much more we can do together. Let's look back at exactly what we've accomplished together. After years of decline, we are rebuilding our tax base. Our ratables declined when big taxpayers such as Pfizer, Lovett, Morant, and Novartis left the county. The assessment roll hit a low point in 2015 at just under $35 billion, down $13 billion from the 2008 peak. Now we are reversing that trend. Since 2015, the assessment rolls have increased by $5 billion. We are bringing wealth back to this county. Last year, thanks to our strong advocacy, the U.S. Small Business Association increased loan amounts given to county businesses by a staggering 421%. That is a monetary increase exceeding $15 million, helping our businesses grow and prosper here in Rockland. I firmly believe that it is not the work of government to create jobs. Rather, it is the job of government to create an atmosphere where businesses thrive and jobs are created. We are doing just that while respecting the lives and communities of our residents. We are witnessing a revival at IRG on the site of the former Pfizer campus in Pearl River. There are 2 new tenants, and IRG is drafting a lease with a company who will utilize a portion of their data center. We are working together to continue to promote the site and have already helped secure several television and movie projects to film there. Every cent of taxes paid by these new ratables is a cent that local businesses and residents do not have to pay. That is the ticket to stopping the ever-increasing tide of taxes. We received nearly $6 million in state regional economic development grants that benefit Rockland. These grants were made to businesses, municipalities, and nonprofits throughout our county. They include funds for revitalization efforts in Sloatsburg and West Nyack, rehabilitative trails throughout Rockland, infrastructure improvements in Orangetown, even promote a beer festival at the Garner Arts Center in North Rockland. Cheers. And it is water. I want to thank Lucy Rezaposky, our Director of Economic Growth and Tourism, and the Rockland Business Association for reviving our participation in this program and helping to steer our applications through an arduous process. Lucy has reached out to enterprises as close as New York City, recently attending the New York Times travel show, and as far away as China and Ireland to bring people, tourism, filming to Rockland County. The Chinese tourism campaign was expanded to include Chinese investment in our local business and promoting our outstanding local colleges to potential students. We also have to begin marketing ourselves in Scotland and Ireland to take advantage of the new direct flights into Stewart Airport in Newburgh. This is a regional approach to prosperity, folks. I don't know if you had much chance to watch TV lately, but Rockland County locations are making guest appearances on dozens of TV shows and movies. I would like you to check out part of the trailer for Unsane, the newest Steven Soderbergh film. You may recognize where it was filmed, and frankly, folks, it's a little creepy.
Taking out a restraining order, normal. Relocating to another city, normal.
But you still see your stalker everywhere?
Rationally, I know this is my imagination, but I'm alone in a strange city, and I never feel safe.
There's some more forms you need to fill out. It's just routine.
I finished my homework.
Sawyer Valentini, please follow me.
Well, look, I don't have a lot of time. I should be back at work, so. What am I doing in here? Take off your clothes down to your underwear. I'm not sure what's happening here. The door's locked.
It would be better for everyone, especially yourself, if you just do as I ask.
There's been some kind of mistake.
By signing this, you've consented to voluntary commitment.
I am being held here against my will.
Do you know how many calls the cops get like that every week?
Those are from crazy people.
March 23rd, be there or be square. Yes, that was Building A at the Pomona campus you just saw. Last year, thanks in part to that movie, the tourism department generated over $300,000 in direct revenue for the county due to filming. Remember, every cent these new ratables, these tourists, these production companies pay is a cent that you, the taxpayer, doesn't have to. It's all about bringing in revenue instead of hitting up the taxpayers for more. Revenue, not property taxes. All of this contributed to Rockland's low unemployment rate of 4.2%. We are continuing to remake our government into an organization that make it more effective, more streamlined, and less costly. We have moved 150 employees out of the decrepit and now closed Sane building into renovated and spacious office buildings at Building A at our Pomona complex and to the second floor of this building here. Anyone who's ever said you can't do more with less has never met my Deputy County Executive Guillermo Rosa, my Director of Purchasing Paul Brennan, or my Facilities Director Bob Gruffy, who managed the move and so much else. Their efforts saved us thousands, and I want to acknowledge their outstanding contributions tonight. And at the risk of getting somebody upset with me, I'm going to say it anyway. Tony, my forgiveness. I'm going to again call upon the legislature for the third year now to approve the sale of the Sane building. As all the issues of parking have been addressed, property tax revenue in excess of $1 million and counting is being lost. Beautification at the Hamlin Center that includes a park awaits us, and I want to thank Legislator Falsigli for that idea. And the $4.5 million we need will disappear when the only buyer will eventually find another location, leaving us with a 5-floor yoke around the taxpayers' collective necks. We will continue working this year on our vision for creating a health and human services hub for our residents in Pomona. This vision, already partially realized, involves a mixed-use complex that houses county departments like Personnel, Health and Social Services, Office of the Aging, along with the independent nonprofit health and human service agencies currently scattered across this great county. For our nonprofit agencies, this could maximize their financial viability by centralizing leasing and support services, allowing them to concentrate on their core mission of serving our residents. For our residents, this blueprint will provide a one-stop location for essential county health and human services programs easily accessible via public transportation. For everyone involved, our vision provides an opportunity to transform the Pomona campus into a modern, professional, human services hub in real time, one that improves the health outcomes and wellness of the people in Rockland County through the delivery of a continuum of critical services. Our fiscal discipline is paying off. We are paying down bonds that we took out years ago. Due to the strengthening financial position, Rockland County has been given a chance to do something great. A golden opportunity to move beyond Building A to reimagine and reinvigorate the entirety of the Pomona campus. Our next step is to begin the process of modernizing our medical examiner's office. It currently is located in the rear of Building A, and as we all know, it's well beyond a serious upgrade. In addition to relocating the office, we will be purchasing state-of-the-art equipment to perform virtual autopsies. This procedure combines MRI and CT scan technology with a non-invasive examination of the body, meeting the need to provide fast and reliable forensic services to our community. Look, obviously, no one wants to see their loved one become the subject of an autopsy, and we do our best to accommodate people who have religious and other objections to autopsies. But we must balance that with the fact it is critically important that the demise of any person is fully investigated as we ensure justice for potential victims and their families. Performing these procedures could also help improve the county's finances. How, you ask? Other counties will be able to bring their cases to our medical examiner for virtual autopsies, creating yet another new revenue stream for Rockland County. The facility will also double as a training center for law enforcement. It gives us an opportunity to offer cutting-edge internships to local college students, promoting job opportunities, and help attract businesses to the area. Our next step forward is the creation of the new training academy for the Rockland County Sheriff's Department. The current academy has outgrown the space and will be moved out of the basement of the Fire Training Center to Building G at the Pomona campus. Not only will the new academy boast better, more modern facilities, but it will also be a revenue generator for the county. You're getting used to that word now, revenue. There will now be excess space for recruits and from other areas to come to Rockland and train. In addition, our district attorney has identified needs and opportunities. Currently, the county pays nearly $500,000 in annual rent for space at a remote location for the district attorney's specialized investigative units. By moving these units into county-owned space, we are eliminating that nearly $500,000 expense to our taxpayers. Our Board of Elections, which has the mission of protecting the integrity and credibility of the cornerstone of our democracy, needs more adequate and better designed space. Now, this is a nonpartisan effort that has broad support from District Attorney Tom Zugaby, Sheriff Lou Falco, Election Commissioners Stavitsky and Giblin, and the Department of Health. I have also met with some in the legislature who have had a very positive reaction to the idea of maximizing the synergies between departments. I look forward to great things that we will do collaboratively together, the executive and the legislative branch. Now is the ideal time to begin investing back into our county. Our bond upgrade provides a unique window of opportunity to stay in front of rising interest rates, and we can accomplish this investment without raising additional taxes. And while the approximate $15 million in bonds necessary to fund these projects is significant, transforming the Pomona campus and while we have the chance will provide lasting value to our county and a legacy for future generations to build upon. After all, that's what we are here for on this earth. I urge you all to join me in supporting this vision to rethink Rockland County's future for our children and our grandchildren. And though we are looking forward, we have not forgotten the current difficulties of our most vulnerable residents. I am so proud that for the first time we can offer the services of a warming center for men and women who lack permanent housing or who have been displaced from their housing. A warming center that offers a safe place to stay, hot food, showers, laundry facilities, and most of all, provides respect, dignity, and recognizes the value of each and every person. Again, that's what we're here for. It also gives people the opportunity to meet with staff from our Department of Social Services to find if they qualify for housing or other assistance, including help finding employment. This is not a handout, rather it is a leg up. Members of our Rockland County Department of Health are also available to provide flu shots and other vaccinations. That's the public and health safety component. We offer much more than just the basics to survive the winter. It shows what we can do when we work together. I want to thank the Department of Social Services and Rockland County Facilities for their effort in laying the groundwork for this special program. I would also like to welcome Linda Hill, who graciously accepted the newly recreated position of County Auditor. She began working in Rockland County in 1984 and is a classic example of dedication and talent. Most recently, she worked in the Finance Department, overseeing numerous county funds and accounts. I have every expectation she will turn her considerable talents into looking under the hood of county government to make sure Rockland is operating at maximum efficiency. In addition, she now can investigate and analyze any county records, transactions, contracts, etc., to ensure compliance with pertinent laws, regulation, and policies. Hers is a needed checkpoint to combat potential fraud, corruption, and criminality. We all know about corruption here in Rockland, alleged and confirmed acts in the state Senate and the state Assembly, town and village government, and town building departments. Enough. It must stop here, and it must stop now. I also want to take time this evening to mention other employees who have gone above and beyond in service to Rockland County. C.J. Bryant works in the Consumer Protection Department. He has completely embraced our technology and computer upgrade, even going so far as to teach himself the SQL programming language to upgrade the new programs we're using to protect consumers. Now, to me, that didn't mean much until they explained what that really meant. I'm told that's the equivalent to you or I teaching ourselves Italian. Not a simple thing. His dedication to his job doesn't end when he leaves his office either. When he is at home or on vacation, he continues to research ways to improve our systems. He is dedicated, hardworking, and detail-oriented, and he is a typical county employee. I want to thank CJ, and I'd like to recognize him. Twice this year, one of our employees was called upon to go above and beyond for her fellow citizens. Kim Lippis, the Rockland County EMS coordinator, was deployed to Texas and Puerto Rico to provide medical assistance for those affected by this hard-hitting hurricane season. Since 2004, Kim has been the commander of our disaster medical assistance team. Originally joined the team in 1990. That's almost 3 decades of putting herself in harm's way to take care of those in need. This year in Dickinson, Texas, she set up a mobile field hospital that provided emergency care to hundreds of people. She also spent over 2 weeks in Puerto Rico performing triage at a tent hospital for the hurricane-ravaged territory. Her willingness to travel so far under such dire conditions truly speaks to the type of person and employee she is, and frankly, Rockland County is lucky to have her. Thank you, Kim. But our employees are not only dedicated, but they're brave and selfless. I give you the story of Russell Crawford, a law enforcement comrade at arms and chief of detectives to the Rockland District Attorney's Office. He was awoken at 3:30 a.m. the day after Thanksgiving by a neighbor pounding on his front door, screaming about a house on fire. Flames had engulfed the front of the house next door, so Russell ran around to the back where he saw his neighbor stuck halfway out of a small window. He reacted quickly and did everything he could to get the man out alive, grabbing a sledgehammer and loosening the window so the man was stuck in, eventually pulling him to safety. The neighbor's wife and a 2-year-old relative were right behind him, but despite being rescued from the home by the town Newburgh police officers, they both perished. Chief Crawford, I want to thank you on behalf of the people of Rockland and ask you to come up and accept your award, and please bring your daughter Ty with you. I want to thank you, Russell, for your extreme bravery and heroism in the face of a life-threatening situation. Our employees are the future of this organization. With their ideas and dedication, there isn't anything we can't face together. On a brighter note, the cats and dogs of Rockland have a reason to celebrate. I recently signed 2 resolutions allowing the county to bond $1.2 million in finance to finance the construction of a new building for the high-tour animal shelter. It'll be the Rockland County Animal Shelter. This day has been a long time coming, and I appreciate the legislature's vote in support of this initiative, and I want to thank you all for that. This money combined... This money combined with $350,000 of High Tours fundraising and $500,000 in state grants, thanks to Assemblyman Ken Zabrowski, and I want to acknowledge Ken, he's actually in the room. Thank you, Ken. Means a new $2 million facility can be built in Pomona on the existing animal shelter site. We are committed to picking up the cost of the shelter as it is the right thing to do. We have partners in this, both private and state. It is also a shared service that will eliminate the requirement for each municipality to spend untold millions in building their own shelter, a savings to local taxpayers. In addition, we see money coming back from the state as this is a shared service initiative. Smart governance, and we already have commitments from all 5 town supervisors, along with the mayor of Spring Valley, to fund the shelter's operating expenses. They understand how to save their taxpayers' money, and they ought to be acknowledged. And I see one right here, Stony Point Supervisor Jim Monahan. Do I have another town supervisor here? No? Okay, I don't want to miss anybody. In a joint effort of the Youth Bureau Office for the Aging and the County Solid Waste Authority, we will launch the Rockland Intergenerational Initiative to bring our young people and seniors together. Working with our local villages and towns, we will host what we've termed as Repair Cafe Days. We aim to transform our throwaway economy as best as we can by reducing how much goes into the waste stream. Unfortunately, the ability to fix or repair items is becoming a lost art. It's easier to buy new than repair the old. But learning to repair has many benefits to you, the environment, and your surrounding community. Mentors from the Office of the Aging will come together and work with the young people from the Rockland Youth Bureau. The benefits of this partnership are extensive and transformational, preserving repair know-how skills by passing them on to the younger generation and instilling respect for our seniors, all while fostering a sense of community, sustainability, and resilience. The first Repair Cafe Day is planned for this spring in Nyack, and it's thanks to the help of Nyack Mayor Don Hammond and the Nyack Village Board, and I want to thank them for that. And I think is Don here? Well, I'll thank him anyway. Many of our departments have achieved success by doing things a little differently, thinking outside the box, so to speak. Look at our Office for the Aging Director, Tina Cardoza-Izquierdo. She took their newsletter, which had previously cost almost $64,000 a year to produce, solicited advertising from local companies to completely cover the cost of production and distribution. Yes, you heard that right, folks. Another government service provided at no cost to the taxpayers. Revenue, revenue, revenue. Even this increased turnout at the Office of the Aging events by 10% over the previous year. So I thank Tina for her efforts. A little over a month ago, I pledged in my inauguration that I would travel anywhere to meet anyone at any time in support of the effort to unite our county. In that vein, tonight I'm announcing a new community outreach initiative. With the help of the Rockland County Human Rights Commission, I will meet with different community groups every month so we can work collaboratively to improve the lives of all our residents. Much of Rockland's strength comes from its diversity of cultures, religions, and ideas that, when properly focused, can bring us all closer together. We are all Rocklanders. We all chose to live in this beautiful county for the same reasons, desiring good schools, safe neighborhoods, excellent recreational activities, and top-notch government services. We must work together to foster a better understanding of our neighbors and break down the mental walls that have divided us for way too long. Transportation and infrastructure are some of the most basic responsibilities of county government and critical to every facet of economic and daily life. My administration recognizes the importance of improving our mass transit infrastructure. It's an area where, unfortunately, Rockland has been behind the 8 ball for many years. And I know there's a number of members from Local 1705 here tonight. I want to thank them for their efforts as part of that, part of our transportation effort. However, we are making progress. In August, the county's Tappan Zee Express launched its first ever Sunday service schedule. The new service enjoyed an immediate success with 235 riders on the inaugural Sunday, on a Sunday. We forged an agreement with the MTA to fund the expansion, which was just one more positive step to continue bridging the Rockland County's multi-million-dollar value gap with the MTA. This fall, the Lower Hudson Transit Link service is scheduled to replace the TZX service. We share our TZX riders' concerns that express service to Tarrytown has not been prioritized in the Transit Link project. We're not saying we don't want a faster trip to White Plains. Of course we do, but we hope that happens. But not improving the existing most popular express route to Tarrytown makes no sense whatsoever. I've already met with the newly elected Westchester County Executive George Latimer about this particular issue, and we have pledged to work together in a nonpartisan manner on this concern and many other issues that impact both our counties. And good news for those taking the bus within Rockland. 13 new federally funded replacement buses for Transport of Rockland Tour are currently in production. The new buses will include features like improved passenger comfort amenities, location and passenger counting systems, and state-of-the-art ADA access features. The buses will be in service later this year. In addition to improving bus service throughout the county, we're beginning a process of building a new park and ride in the area of Route 59 and Saddle River Road. The new lot, which will replace the lot the county is leasing at the old drive-in site on Route 59, will offer over 300 parking spaces, bike racks, a new roadway, sidewalk network, and restriping of the turn lanes on Route 59 and Saddle River Road. Once complete, the new park and ride will be available to serve all public transit service and is intended to be a stop for the new Lower Hudson Transit Link. And the best news, no county tax dollars will be needed for this project. I want to acknowledge and thank Commissioner Doug Schutz and his team from Transportation and Planning. And as I have said time and again, the health and safety of all residents in Rockland County is my highest priority for this administration. In 2015, we launched the Rockland Codes Initiative, called RCI, a sweeping effort to combat unsafe and illegal construction which place families and volunteer firefighters at risk. We're utilizing the broad powers of the Health Department Sanitary Code to inspect dwellings and issue violations, and the violation fines are significant. It allows us to fight back against those who think it's no big deal to take advantage of those who have little voice. Last year, we expanded the Rockland Codes Initiative. We hired two new members in our support staff. We're hiring 2 additional inspectors this year. We are continuing to fight back against slumlords with our rental registry. We're using every means available to us to demand that everyone follows the law. I want to commend the good landlords of Rockland for stepping up and helping improve our housing stock. But I send this warning to those who are trying to take advantage of others. My administration will not tolerate any more illegal development, nor allow anyone to risk the lives of our residents or our heroic volunteer firefighters. We will not allow it. All this is being done under the guidance of Dr. Patricia Rupert, our Commissioner of Health, Kate Johnson, and the remainder of the Health Department. I want to give them a hand. I see Patty and Kate right there. Further on health, surveys have found that while citizens know public health is important to them, they aren't always exactly sure what it is or how it touches their lives. Here in Rockland, we are bringing county services to the community, making them more accessible for our residents. Our Department of Health has put in place a new way to deliver flu shots in the community, not sitting in their office, not sitting up in Building A. They travel to Spring Valley, Haverstraw, New City, Nyack, Suffern. They took this show on the road with great success, I might add. All told, they provided over 1,500 flu shots where they were needed the most. And while the nation faces a near-flu pandemic, our health department's tireless work certainly is a big reason why we have been relatively unscathed, with Rockland having the 4th lowest rate of flu compared to the other 61 New York counties, with only 369 total lab confirmed cases for this flu season. Folks, the flu is serious. The flu can and has killed. Your health department is still providing shots at a Pomona campus. I urge you to do exactly what I did. Schedule a flu shot. Do it as soon as you can. It is not too late. This is yet another example of how we have not only maintained but improved our services under extreme fiscal stress. In closing tonight, I have spoken about our path forward as a county, united in passion and purpose to improve the quality of life for all of our residents. I began this journey by making promises to the people of the county during my first campaign for county executive 4 years ago. I promised to right our fiscal ship, foster economic development, and preserve this wonderful county called Rockland. Given how this has worked out so far, I feel comfortable making a few more promises to you all this evening. I promise that I will continue to put taxpayers first and keep the hands of government out of your purses and your wallets. I promise to continue to focus on jobs and opportunities for all our residents, young and old. I promise to reach out to those with different backgrounds and ideas and work together to find the best path forward. I promise to continue to protect our way of life because I love this county. Rockland has given me a lifetime of fond memories and lifelong friends, and we will work every day in every way to repay the debt to all of you. Promise. Most of all, in the promise of this great county, the promise of all of you, the promise that we can improve upon what we already built and give future generations a chance to make Rockland their own. But I cannot fulfill these promises without you, all of you. Our future is dependent on all of us not only working together, but coming together. I truly unifying this county and proving to everyone that what we already know, that this is the greatest county in the state of New York. Let us conclude with a prayer for those serving our country in the armed forces of the United States of America. It is they and their comrades before them who both secure the liberties and now protect the right for us to be part of this wonderful democracy and assemble in chambers just as we are this evening. God bless you. God bless Rockland. God bless this great nation of ours, and thank you for being here tonight.